Hi friends, I hope everyone's well. This is Marlene from Uniquely Ella. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm going to link all my social media underneath. I'm going to tell you that I am trying to reach my 1,000 subbies before the end of the summer, but it looks like it's going to be before the end of the year. I don't think I'll be able to do it, but anyway, I would appreciate if you sub to my channel, if you like what you see, and if you like this video and you give me a thumbs up. YouTube likes that a lot. Okay, today I want to do a super quick little video. We'll actually go a little bit into detail because I had a request from a subby that kind of said that I go a little bit too fast when I show my journals. They can't see all the details and stuff sometimes. And it's because by the time I'm so excited, by the time the journal is done, that I want to show you the whole thing, that I forget all the little details and stuff that I do for it. And this is how I usually work. Let me give you a little background. I usually do the cover first. Maybe I can sneak in a little tiny little peek at my cover without giving it away. I do the cover first, and that sets the mood. I know what I want to do. I know my theme. I always have like a mental theme, and I usually do what I call a vision little board, which I don't know where mine is, and it's just a piece of paper. This time it wasn't anything big, and I might print a little picture, or it could be something that inspired me around my theme, and then I pick my colors, and then I go around and shop my room, and I just shop my studio and just pick whatever I want, and try to keep my creativity confined to that basket. And it's usually a simple basket from the dollar store. Nothing fancy. Let me show you what I put it all in here. This is what it goes. It goes in a basket like this. See? With my little inspirational little board back there. And I just try to really work out of that basket, and that's it. That has helped me a lot, because sometimes when you have a lot to choose from, it's a blessing, but it can get overwhelming. Like your creative juices take a hold. They go, they just stop because there's so much to pick from. So that's working for me. So anyway, I do my thing, my inspirational little idea. I try to put it in some kind of either a board or a piece of 12 by 12 or something. I put it in front of me while I watch TV a couple of days, and then my head starts going, and then I start shopping my room, and then I start working. And the first thing I have to do, I don't know how other people work and what works for them, but what works for me, for some reason, the first thing I have to do before I even pick up a sheet of paper that goes inside is my journal cover. That sets the mood for the entire journal. I do the cover first. Then I go and shop, and I start doing the signatures. And then once I have the signatures and I've done all the laces, I like to do a lot of laces and stuff on all the signatures. I don't do simple. I just do like maybe too much. Then I start doing what I call my embellishment part, and this is the most relaxing part for me. And I still have a few more things I want to add. This is not only it. But let me show you a little peek. Let me sneak it in of my cover. Just a little peek. That's it. That's all you're going to get, because it's not done. So I want to reveal it when it's completely done. I mean, I have the cover, but all the details, the other little details in the cover, I'm not done. That's like icing on the cake, and I do that last. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe if this works for me and it's something you guys like, then I'll just show you all the embellishments first before I do the whole journal. By that time, you've already seen this, and I can just, that way it won't seem like I'm rushing through anything. So let me show you. I'm going to start by the latest stuff that I've done recently. And then the one on the bottom is the very first thing that I did. Okay, so like I said, I still have to do a few more things, but this is what I've done. I cover some things up because I don't want to give up. I don't want to give the theme of my journal yet, but I would like for you to tell me what you think the theme of my journal is. Definitely is the theme shabby, vintage, boho, junk journal style, because it's not really, the definition of a junk journal, we call it a junk journal because it's in that theme. The pages are all uneven and nothing matches, but it's not a real true junk journal because the stuff that I'm using, some of it is junk, but some of it is not. So But anyway, that's what I'm calling it. Theme Shabby Vintage Boho Junk Journal. So what is the theme? Okay. So if you know the theme, if you caught the theme by now, just leave it underneath. Okay, this is the latest ones that I did. So I'm covering because this whole thing will give it away. So I'm covering it up. But it's a little pocket and there's goodies in here. And it's just a little pocket. I don't know if I want to make it a floating pocket because it's pretty in the back. So I could make it a floating pocket. I have some, back here I have some of that sheer fabric that I love, that I use it all the time. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out. I love it. Some lunch bag, brown paper bag as a layer, and then more layering. And then this pocket is full of goodies. Okay, so that's the latest one that I did. The one before was this one. I busted out my die that I have to make these little file folder things. And this is some of the paper collection. There's a potpourri of all kinds of stuff in this book because I don't want to just stick to one thing. Some of it is 12 by 12 paper. Some of them are printable. Some of the things are vintage, I mean real vintage. So there's a mixture of everything. But this is from a die that I have. Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I'm sorry. And this is also those Rolodex cards that I did a little sewing on top with a piece of fabric. My theme is red. I'm loving red with some greenish, pinkish, and vintage shabby, as you can tell. And then a little bead. So I don't know if this is going to hang from the top or from the... I'm not sure of the placement, but I wanted something to put on a page. And again, I'm trying to stay with my philosophy that I like my journals to have a lot of stuff that floats around so that you can easily write on it and put it someplace else or use it on another journal if you want. I made, as you can tell, there's only two journals that I'm going to be doing at a time. That works for me perfectly. Here I made one of these little pockets. I tied a sari trim here. Oh my God, I think I'm going to sneeze, but I'm not. Sorry. I have some French script back here with a little bit of this tulle. One of Tracy Fox little labels here. I hope you can see that. Let me see. And then I have a little pin with a real cute little vintage button. And then it's a little pocket with all kinds of goodies in here. So I made two of those. And I think I'm also might make those floating. I love this paper collection. I gotta find out where I got it from. It's old, but I love it. I made two pockets. Again, they're pretty in the back, so I can make them as floating little. They can even be like a little tuck spot. I made a little ruffle with some wider sari silk. And this back here is very old. Piece of vintage lace. One of Tracy Fox's label. This is from Boho Dream. All the saris that I used on this journal coming up, I would probably say 90% of them are Boho Dreams, and then little pieces that I left from other projects. Look how pretty that turns out. So I made two of those. So as you can see, there's a little bit of fruit, like here, a little bit of fruit, a little bit of gardening. And then I made two pockets like this, and there's stuff in the pockets. I have this little pretty little red bead dangling here from a paper clip. This is another little, this is another one of those Rolodex card. This one's a little bigger. I also die cut that. There's something in here, but it'll give it away if I show you. This is another little envelope that I cut out that I have the die for that. And then I made a little cluster here with another Tracy Fox label. Oh my God, I'm sorry. And then here, I made another little ruffle with the sari trim, and then another Boho Dream little piece of right here. I made two of these also. This one I do have still pictures, and I think I'm going to start posting some of these still pictures too, so you can see more of the detail. Here I just made like 2 gigantic tag pockets that they can be placed like this, or they can be placed like this as a little tuck spot. And see, this is the same paper collection. I cover the back in vintage paper, and then here I did a little cluster with vintage paper. This is something I embossing. This white lace was a little too white for me, so I grunged it up a little bit, and now it's perfect. And then this is just a little bit of some fabric I had left over from another project that I had washed, because I removed it from somewhere and I had washed it and I never ironed it, and it stayed all crinkly like that, and I think that looks really cool, and I kept it just like that. No, I haven't showed this one. I think this is the one that I took the still shots from. This is the very first thing that I did, the very first embellishment that I said I want to work around this colors. So this is the very first one. And I made a tag. I don't know if I'm going to glue this tag or I'm going to cover the back or leave it like that. It's supposed to be junky. So, and I have some secret little stuff here. And then this is a printable. This is a beautiful printable from Ruby and Pearl. I just placed, she had a sale going on for Mother's Day. Oh, that reminds me of something. She had a sale going on for Mother's Day, so I took advantage. I love her printables. They're so pretty. And I did use, I'm going to link her store underneath, because I did use some of her printables. So this is, she has such beautiful printables, but this, I love this color. This is from her. So that's how I created my little pocket. I sewed all the way around, and then I did my layerings. And then this is from Boho Dreams and Boho Dreams. And then on top I just put a little bit of some crinkly seam binding that I crinkled and I tea-dyed. And then I went into my stash of my favorite buttons that are growing and growing and growing. I need to start sharing them. And I pulled 2 of my vintage buttons that are so pretty, and that's what I used. So that's beautiful. So yes, guys, what I was going to tell you now that I remember Ruby and Pearl's Mother's Day sale. I also had a sale in my store for Mother's Day appreciation sale. Thank you so much, ladies, for all of you. They were so kind and placed orders. I am so grateful. Now I have it opened my store up for me to start listing all the stuff that I have backed up that I need to list. So I sold out on a lot of things, and I'm okay with that, because those things are not going to come back. I mean, they're gone. That's the stuff about some of my things, and a lot of the other girls too, probably. Unless you sell like a lot. I don't sell like a lot. I sell things that I find throughout my sourcing. So I sold out on a lot of things, and that opened up a lot of room for me to start listing a lot of things that I have lined up to list, a lot of bundles that I'm working on. I got my hand on my recent trip. I found lots of stuff. I found some beautiful tapestry. Lots of things that are going to be coming soon. So thank you so much for all those ladies that placed a sale. It just blew my mind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, and thank you so much for my new subscribers. I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. I don't know how the word is spreading, but I am so grateful. I got so many new subscribers. Thank you so much. I hope that you find some enjoyment in my channel. I hope I can motivate or maybe even teach. I'm not that great at teaching because, my English is not the best, but I tried. And I hope that by showing you and talking less, you can probably pick a little something here and there. So anyway, guys, now that you've seen a sneak peek of, this is nothing. This is just a few of the embellishments. So if you can leave me underneath your idea of what you think my journal is going to be about. Okay, thanks for watching. I should have it done sometime in a few days. And if there's anybody out there that's interested, you can private message me before it gets to my Etsy store. I mean, I feel so bad sometimes because I'll post something, especially my journals sell within minutes. I'll put it on, and by the time I get to the bathroom and come back, it's sold. So I feel bad for the ladies that are, what happened? It's not there. It sells immediately. So if there's anybody out there that's interested, if you think you kind of know what it is and you want me to maybe put you on the list or something before I put it on Etsy, private message me. Thank you guys. Have a blessed day. Bye.